I was raised in a small town. There were very few jobs. I started in high school working in the local nursing home, working in the dietary department. That kind of evolved into CNA, medication aid. Then the facility paid for me to go nursing school. So I came out from LPN school, went back to work there, and fell in love with nursing and nursing school and just developed a real passion for taking care of the elderly. I also worked as a CNA instructor at the local community college, and that was extremely rewarding. I was able to go back to RN school, and that was always my goal. I became an RN, applied for a job as a director of nursing at another small nursing home locally, and got the job. It was kind of my dream job. It's what I'd always wanted to do. And then things changed in our personal life, but that's where I came from.
What sparked your interest in legal nurse consulting?
That's an interesting question. I think back and I know that I knew about legal nurse consulting from way back early in my nursing career, before Google and before Facebook. And I don't even remember how I knew about it, but I was peripherally involved through my dad was in law enforcement, so I understood a little bit about legal things and I was intrigued by it. So it was in the back of my mind for many years. First of all, I honestly did not ever consider that I was starting my own business. I got the idea that I was going to be a legal nurse consultant, but it wasn't until I
Yeah.
was rolling along that it clicked with me where I was going with this. But anyway,
Yeah.
like I mentioned, we live very remotely, a long ways from people. He's a rancher, he's outside, a lot of physical stuff, and his illness is respiratory. He has a chronic respiratory pulmonary fibrosis. And I just didn't feel good about being 40 minutes away and him being alone and outside and doing all the
Yeah.
physical. So we made the joint decision that it would be better because financially it was going to be doable, that I just stay here and help him. So I became the hired man and hit pause with my nursing career and just sorted through what our future was going to look like together. I had several boxes that need to be checked as far as what was going to work for my life. This thing had to be flexible. It had to be remotely. I could do it from home. It had to be something that I could afford. There had to be people involved that were supportive and encouraging and a community around.
Your first case actually came from one message on LinkedIn, correct?
It did, yes.
That is
So
amazing.
amazing is the right word. I couldn't even believe it. So I did what they said, the LinkedIn algorithm. I was careful about who I selected to connect with. I have a
Yeah.
area that I'm trying to work in, and so I targeted those and worked through that process. And so the people that I was connecting with, I felt were really great potential clients. And that might have helped some. But literally, I asked for a connection, thanked them when they connected. And then the beginning of the sprint, the first message was, "Hi, I'm Shelley. I have 30 years experience in the nursing home industry. I'm a legal nurse consultant. I just wanted to introduce myself." Literally, that was the message. And he said, "I want to schedule a call with you." And I took my phone to my husband and I said, "I can't even believe this is happening." And then I talked to him and it went really smoothly. And he was not a nursing home specific attorney. He's a personal injury attorney, but he had cases that he needed some help with that were nursing home. So I think some of it was just good timing, but I did the work that it took and followed the
Yeah.
plan and it happened. I just want to say for people, I did not feel confident. I said yes to those cases, feeling a lot of self-doubt.
Yeah.
Most there's a fear of the unknown. You don't know what you're getting into. But it turns out when I actually have the records and I'm looking at the cases, I know exactly from my experience what they need to know. Those years of experience in taking care of people, it literally is the day-to-day stuff that I have done for years and years and am passionate about that we do with the residents that we're taking care of shows up in these medical records. I was more prepared than I even thought. So
And how much are you currently charging per hour for your LNC work?
I'm charging $150 an hour and charging $300 an hour for expert work. It's just something that I couldn't even hardly wrap my mind around. But that is the
Yeah.
value of what a legal nurse consultant does. As a director of
Yep.
nursing, where I was before, I was not even making half that kind of money an hour if you broke
Yeah.
it down. And it was a whole different set of responsibilities. But I have said from the beginning that the financial motivation is not really where it's at for me. I've got other things that are more important than the money that comes from it.
You're worth it. Your experience is worth it. Your knowledge.
A lot of us come from places where that isn't necessarily the message you get from your job, that you're worth what
I
we're paying.
know.
I don't think I look back on it now and where I've been before, that was not how I felt. And so this is a whole different value system. And it's the dollars are nice, but the reality is your knowledge takes it to a whole nother level when you're working on cases where you're advocating for clients, you're helping people
Yep.
that are really making a difference in the world. If you think it's too late because you think it's too far past your prime or you can't learn new things, that's a negative spin, but I would flip it and say that experience is the value. The time that you've put
Yep.
into where as a nurse is where it's at, and you've got it. So if you want to take that
Yeah.
into the business, go do it. The other thing is it's absolutely different, and that's exactly what I was looking for, was different. It's so rewarding to learn new things, meet new people, have a whole different perspective about what nursing career can be. We're so driven to please other people and to perform and to make sure we're doing everything correctly and never make a mistake and have everything perfect. You have value and knowledge that you don't even know that you can tap into. It's a freedom that you didn't realize you even had. At least for me, it has been. The fear of the unknown and not knowing if you can do it is not a good enough reason to not try, in my opinion.
Want full access to expert-led trainings, networking opportunities, and resources you won't find anywhere else? The NLNCN is the only national network built for nurses by nurses. Join today and get up to 2 months free. Click the link below to start exploring.